Well, over the last couple of days, we have talked a lot about the local elections and the mayoral elections that we had last week in London, and obviously the last few days. And now we have to talk about other places, not just London, not just about Sadiq Khan or Susan Hall. Let's talk about Greater Manchester. Some interesting stuff happened in Greater Manchester. Yes, Andy Burnham, the Labour incumbent, managed to win again and he was re-elected as the Labour mayor for Greater Manchester. But we had Nick Buckley, who's a friend of Tousi TV as a channel, who was actually on the channel the day before the election. He became third as an independent candidate. Greater Manchester sent a message to the rest of the country that yes, we want to punish the Tories, but we don't want to reward the Labour Party. Now, Andy Burnham managed to win because it is still a Labour heartland, but he didn't really massively increase his vote compared to what he should have done. It should have been basically about 80% Labour, but it wasn't, right? And they didn't go with the Tories, they didn't go with the Liberal Democrats, they decided to give a chance to independent candidates like Nick Buckley. Let's go to the video we have from Nick Buckley and his reaction to the result.
I came third. That's not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. One man, no team, no money, fighting for honesty, truth, and for the English people, and for the people of Greater Manchester, and I come third. I beat Reform UK, I beat Lib Dems, and I beat the Greens. That's a success in anyone's book, but it's not good enough, is it? I will be back, and I'll work harder, and I will be a better candidate. Big salute to Andy Burnham. He smashed it. We may not agree with him, we may not agree with his politics, but he smashed it fair and square. He won. Well done, Andy Burnham. But do you know what? This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. See you soon.
This is the level of integrity that we need from politicians, and respect and politeness as well. He's right. Andy Burnham was always going to win. He had a massive machine behind it, a lot of money, a lot of manpower, and the change of demographic in those areas meant that they're going to vote Labour anyway, even if you put up a donkey with a red rosette on him. But the message is that if Nick Buckley, with no money and no central machine behind him and not enough manpower, could do well, could become third, could beat other parties, whether it's Reform or Greens or Labour, all the others who still have a lot of big money behind them, donations, all the other, the corporations, CEOs, everybody who back these parties. If he can do it, there is a possibility. Now, I'm not completely against political parties in general, but I am against them when it comes to local politics. There was a time in this country where local politics wasn't about party politics, especially when it comes to local councils. You win based on you as a candidate, as an individual independent candidate. Now, people vote for parties when it comes to the local councillors. The local councillor's job is supposed to be simply to sort out the potholes and the rubbish and everything else when it comes to council tax. You don't need a centralised party machine for that. And that has to change if we want to change this country.